Yes, Biafrans. They said, Wahala, they sleep, trouble, go wake 'em. Waiting in the fine, palaba. Cat, they sleep, rat, go bite 'em. Waiting in the fine, palaba. You know, Igbo people can only be active when they realize they are right. Black man is right, is powerful when he know he's right. The program of today is still on grievances declaration. Still on grievances declaration. We will sell this market until our people will understand where we are. Grievances declaration, that is where we are. And when we finish with Nigeria, you see Finland president now has made a statement just like Kamala Harris the other day. We are still on grievances declaration. Our people are getting it now. And when we finish, I don't think, let me make a prediction. Nigeria will not send, the day when Biafra will be declared, the prime minister and the bridge will write a note and send to Nigerian government and they tell them, look, we have declared Biafra and this is the result. I don't think anybody is coming out to stand on the road because Nigeria, we have destroyed Nigeria beyond measure. Still on grievances declaration. Let us start a little.
All believers in justice, here is Akpan Soko, and I have come to give you the update. The Arewa Consultative Forum with the Northern Elders Forum, they had a closed-door meeting in Asokoro today, and they decided that they are going to pressure Bola Ahmed Tinubu to file a suit against Mazi Simon Ekpa, our PM, and every other person who refers to Nigeria as a terrorist state. Hold on, a lot. We are loaded. We are giving you updates. You will be happy at the end of this program.
Biafrans, you know, Nnamdi Kanu bere anyị asọ n'ọnụ onye anyị uche. And we are selling it. Today is our gospel day. Today is Sunday. And you know we worship every day. Grievances declaration. Everything you know Nigeria has done. Starting from all these cackles you see in this place. This is the PM says that the grievances, they will write it in note. I am imagining how many pages, how many books that grievances we contain. And this our brother, he already started, and we send people messages. Those who is online, who know how to carry them up, regular all these messages, let them begin to bring out all these grievances. Many people never really understand what is grievances war. We are into grievances war. And our PM is following Nigeria bomber to bomber. Yeah, the way he is following them, Nigeria can never breathe again. Nigeria is gone and gone. Let us hear our brother.
Yes, like I said, Akpan Soko here with you. Do good to subscribe to this channel. Hit on the like button of this particular program so that many other people will see it, because we need to see it. This is an update that will be very helpful to all of us. Yes, it is coming. I have not given you the update yet. This is a preamble. You have not heard. All right. The Northern Elders Forum, which is an instrument of, should I say, destruction, but these are a group of elders who see black and decides to call it white. But that is not going to bother us. What will bother us is the subject matter. That the Nigerian state have been referred to constantly by some people as a terrorist state. Now the question is to you, now who is listening to this very issue as it arises, what makes for terrorism? What is terrorism? Then, if you can define terrorism, who are terrorists? Then, if you know who are terrorists, then do you think it is wrong for anyone to refer a state like this as a terrorist state? Do you think that kidnap is an element of terrorism? Okay, you do, right? And a man who acts or stands for a right provided by international laws and charters, self-determination, which is a civil right, is kidnapped. And upon the kidnap, the state tried to indict a responsible body, a responsible security outfit, Interpol, tried to implicate them, hoodwink them into the dirty deal. But
Biafrans, you know, Mazen Namdekano, you know why we are playing this message, this program? Eh? Mazen Namdekano, when he started, he said he know that the Nigerian people don't have job, that Nigerian people doesn't have anything to talk about, and that they don't have anything to do. He is going to give them topic, and he is going to create a job for them. Then he told Biafrans, he wants all of you to become journalists. That is why you see some of us, we become journalists and begin to spread this news. And if you can bear yourself witness, you will understand that the way only 2 years Mazi Simon Ekpa took up this mantle, 2 years, see, Nigeria has finished. The only thing that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not to get Biafra there that time is because of the kind of caucus he has. But our prime minister, when he came, he used military ideology, social ideology, Moscow despotic ideology, young boy ideology, diplomatic ideology. Then he joined everything together. Just the other time you used to see him dancing, every ideology that is necessary, that is what he implemented. Then he captured people. Then he told you he is ready to make use of anything on his table. If you are not fit, then he will send you to area where you fit. That is the thing. And when you see when the government is being formed, then you will understand that Obato will be Adache, especially during the time we are passing vote of no confidence and all the vote you see today. And today, our people, which is the Igbo Biafrans, they took it upon themselves. The Biafran, they spread the news everywhere. And there is one thing very, very different from Igbo people, Igbo Biafrans and the Biafrans. One thing very, very peculiar is whenever we decide to do something, we don't care what is happening on the street. We will do that thing and see the end. That is one thing we want you to understand. Focus here, because we are still on grievances warfare. This grievances warfare, let me begin to provoke you. And I want to read all the names that is here now. Chidi Njoku, I greet you. Anya Mmụọ, Anya Eji Ele Ụwa, I greet you. Triple M, I greet you. Triple M. Anya Mmụọ, carry go, we are here. Hamilton Luma, I greet you. Emeka Nweke, I greet you. Diana Agondeba, thank you for joining. Gideon Chimezie, thank you. Emmanuel Ituma, thank you. Obieze Mike, thank you. Obieze, we are here. You know, grievances warfare. This grievances warfare will affect you, affect your father that fought the Biafran war, affect your grandfather that accepted colonial master, accept your great grandfather that sold their own children for slave. You understand? And it will affect you that is alive. It will also affect you that is in America. It will affect you that is in Canada. It will affect you that is in Australia. It will affect you that is in Western Europe. It will affect you in Finland. It will affect you in Spain. It will affect you in Austria. It will affect you anywhere you find yourself. Grievances warfare. And we are not broadcasting for you to like it. We are broadcasting to provoke you the more. Until you understand what we are doing, our brother here now has entered inside these grievances, bringing out the documentary of all these grievances you are seeing in this place. When you watch all the people that has ruled Nigeria as a president, you don't see no Igbo person. And they say that we are Wazobia, one Nigeria. It doesn't work. And for that reason, you left your own father's land. Manipulation of Usman Donfodio. You left your own father's land and found yourself in America. Your own father's land become empty. Then you have your own children there. When you understand what is this grievances warfare, then you will go and begin to register for IOU loan to fight this war. When you understand the meaning, how this grievances warfare affected you, you will become a journalist. When you understand how this grievances warfare affect you, then you will know that you're supposed to live in your own father's land, defending it. But the Fulanis make the program and make your life very, very difficult that you can never survive until you leave your father's land and they come to America. That is when they plan all this thing. After planning all this thing, they see that the Igbo land is empty. Now they say it is time for Ruga. That it is time for ethnic cleansing. Come and occupy. Buhari then opened the gate. He said, Fulanis all over the world turn and they return to Nigeria. Come and inherit the land which their father, Usman Donfodio, found for them. Why they frustrate your own life and they send you in Europe? Then Malami, after the kidnap of Mazen Nandekano, Malami said that the only option we have is to remain in exile or in grave, or we submit our land and they get killed. When you understand what is inside these grievances, then, and these particular people, they turned back and they tag indigenous people of Biafra, every indigenous, including your father and your mother, your own children. You are a terrorist. They mapped you out for elimination. Then Buhari says, there is nothing he ever done that is not unto inside the constitution. Then the people who know what is inside the 1999 constitution told you that until that constitution is destroyed, that is when you can be able to speak. Now we go to our brother because we are not happy. Then okay. Thank you for joining. Chedin Joko. Yes, we are analyzing it, Chedin Joko. We are analyzing it.
But to the shock of everyone, the Interpol leader, African general leader of Interpol, came out to say no. That what happened was not an act of Interpol, that Interpol had nothing to do with that, and rather, that can best be said to be a kidnap, and that Interpol must be disassociated, rather, or if not, he might be fighting anyone who tried to hoodwink the clean security body in the mess. That is not where we are going today. Please listen on. We have something better to tell you. Yes.
Roy may say, hit the like button.
In order for us to get to our destination this day, to forward this argument or this program, it will be fine we refer to Nigerian dailies to determine if really Nigerian state is really qualified or is qualified to be referred as a terrorist state. Please, YouTube, there is no disinformation here. Whatever we are going to give out here today will be we'll be making reference to Nigerian accepted media outlets. Nigerian news.
This is where we come. You know, for a very long time now, all we are displaying in this program, 555 Vision, we are displaying Nigerian media news. Daily Post, Punch, Tribune, Vanguard, Nigeria legalized newspaper. That is what we are displaying. And why do we pick this our brother to analyze his video today is he is playing the game. Now, Biafrans should focus on Nigerian newspaper and the Nigerian news, where you will get the headline. And all the headline you will get from there, that is what you will see in this declaration of grievances. The declaration of these grievances will when you know that your own children is in another man's land, then you know that the grievances has affected you. When you know that you went to Nigeria and marry your wife and bring your wife in America, in Europe, in order for you to have children, that is your own part of grievances. When you know that you are at the age of getting married, from 18 years you are up to get married, but the Nigerian system of government frustrates your life not to get married, and you are now, if you are a woman, maybe you are menopause, or if you are a man, you are 50, 40, 50, you never get married, or when you get married, you keep in Nigeria using telephone to marry your own wife. This is your own grievances. You don't even know what is inside these grievances. When they will declare these grievances in Washington, D.C., nobody will ask a question. Why Nigeria will wait for 1 second? That is what we are telling you now. We continue.
Papers. We will be referring to Nigerian daily newspapers.
Nigerian daily newspapers. Romy Kling, thank you. Peter Okafor, thank you. Sonne, thank you. Your lovely flowers always. We are here today's gospel, preaching today's gospel. Please, we continue.
So, and the televisions, because there are places where Channel TV, Arise TV will come in, please. So, please, sir, you that is always peeping through those, what can be considered as a flag up and that, please, we are not disinforming anybody. We are not inciting. We are presenting real life situation and the perfect judgment. All right, we swing into actions. Going to Punch newspaper, 2019, 17th May. According to Sun newspaper, Miyetti Allah admits and clarifies on the 100 billion naira demand from the federal government of Nigeria. Miyetti Allah is a terrorist organization that came open to accept or claim their own up their terror activities, and I have them also here from Nigerian newspapers. So the question is a state like this worthy of being referred to as a terrorist state? The answer now should be answered. The response should be coming from you now. You are the one to answer. So now on 17th May 2019, the National Secretary of the Miyetti Allah terrorist organization, Allah Kautal, Hure. What did he say? We must read on. Mr. Saleh Hassan has said his group indeed demanded from the federal government of Nigeria for the payment which Goodluck Jonathan accepted he was going to, make to them. But he failed. So, his failure must not be blamed on them, the Miyetti Allah organization. All right,
I think you are seeing the news there. All this thing is headline. And we have it in the news where Nigerian government urge them not to be publishing any place where the Fulanis kill the people. And before we will go, before you will understand why this message came at this moment.
We in Finland know what it means to fight for your independence. We did it from 1939 to 1944. You are fighting for your independence. You're fighting for your rightful place with the West. I wish you, Ukraine, the best of independence. Slava Ukraini. We in Finland know what it means to fight for your independence. We did it from 1939 to 1944. You are fighting for your independence. You're fighting for your rightful place with the West. I wish you, Ukraine, the best of independence.
And why did this message come now? That is the question you will ask. Why did this message come now? When Nigeria is trying to cut tie with Finland. And another message was there when Kamala Harris used the same Ukraine to send a message to Nigeria. And the Biafrans, please, we are here educating ourselves. If you get provoked, you open YouTube and begin to bring informations as well. We continue. The reason we need our independence, that is what we are talking about. And the reason we are grieved, our heart is grieved. Then this our brother is bringing out the messages. And we are sure that the Biafran government, the people that is in charge, are copying all these things, the grievances of Biafrans. And you should know, any day mosquito will bite you anywhere you are in this world. It is one of the grievances. Your life was supposed to be on an imagining place like the life of the people of Dubai, the people of Qatar. That is how your life is supposed to be. If you have not been in that place, ask people that have visited there. The children of Dubai used to come out in the evening time when it's cold. Then they will come out with their Lamborghini and the Ferrari. That is the kind of life you're supposed to be living. Are you understanding? The grievances is extraordinary, and we are still dealing on grievances. We continue.
We are going over to People's Gazette, Nigeria. People's Gazette, Nigeria. And this is on the 24th of January 2021. Much closer. Reports. Reports have re-emerged of a probable truce settlement between the Buhari administration and the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, as it ought to be originally, but maybe transmogrified into something more serious So we are not going to stop this our exposure here. But before we go forward, Miyetti Allah here said they are owning up their demand. And this demand is like ransom or bribe from the federal government of Nigeria. Give us 100 billion naira and we will save you some headache. Give us 100 billion naira, we will not disturb your state again. And because President Goodluck Jonathan dared them, hence Nigerian communities, especially from the north central, that's the middle belt of Nigeria.
I hope, Biafrans, you are getting exactly what we are doing. We are here educating deeply what we need. The reason they remove history out of Nigerian school curriculum and they channel the brain of Igbo people into buying and selling. How many people have time to read newspaper, political newspaper? Maybe you go to Biafran land, in Igbo land, you will see our young men, they will read sport news. They will tell you the best footballer in the world, when he scored goal and at the time he scored goal. Then they will tell you the actors in Nigeria, the people who act the film. And if you check the kind of films that sell, the kind of things that sell online, it is comedy, or anywhere they are having affairs of woman affair and the man affair. That is how they transform their memories in order for them not to pay attention in newspaper. Many people don't know the meaning of newspaper, and that is the reason we are focusing on newspaper. Mazen Namdekan said, time will come when the Biafran history will take over Nigerian newspaper because Nigeria is tired of reporting terrorism. Today is happening. Now, PM asked them the other day, why have you not published the 40 states that made up Biafran nation? In Sigida, they just published it. We asked them the other day, time is coming when Biafra will have lockdown in every Nigeria institute in Nigeria. They are the people publishing it today. It is very, very important that our people know the importance of newspaper. And that is where we are picking up our grievances, registered one. And what is happening, why we are fighting and doing what we are doing today is, the time when Mazen Nnamdi was here, he is doing everything to make sure that the whole world heard from us. He is doing everything to make sure that the whole world heard from us. But there is something remaining. And that thing remaining is what our PM has. The document to present in front of the Washington, D.C. in order for them to pay attention. You can't just come up and carry flag and say, man, yeah, I am Biafra, you are ruling flag and running on the street for a government to hear from you. They cannot pay attention to you because Allah them Burundins, they are benefiting from there. We continue.
You can see that. Good. We are not stopping there. We must move forward. We are not going into Punch newspaper. Punch newspaper. Punch newspaper, 17th May 2019. Miyetti Allah admits and clarifies 100 billion naira demand from federal government of Nigeria. This one now authenticates the previous that we read. So we are not going to dwell on it. Yet again, we are going to People's Gazette. People's Gazette, this, I mean, the one that happened this particular year under Tinubu's administration. Now they say the killings, that is the headline. Buhari offered 100 billion compensation to the Fulani herdsmen. They call them now Fulani herdsmen. Why? He don't want them to continue to give headache to the country, or that he is complicit. So maybe he joins their elders, the terrorist organization elders, to marshal out this clips, we say scripts. Now they write the scripts. They say when they give trouble so much, then we will now give ransom for them to come down from time to time. That way we'll be getting richer. So a state that is run like this, is that state what's being referred to as a terrorist state? I am not going to answer that. Rather, I am going to call on you to continue. That's okay, 2021. That's under Buhari, it's not 2024. Pardon that error. Now we are going to Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper, are you there? Because read through you will be seeing it on the screen. Spate of killing. If Miyetti Allah owns up to killing, government and the security agencies know what to do. If they own up to killings, the government and security agencies know what to do. That is Tanko Yakasea. That is the Vanguard newspaper reporting. Government knows exactly what to do. Then Maxi Oku, people responded, people reacted. They say, we're not going to allow this one to continue.
This message now, Middle Belt now is telling the North that there are Middle Belts. When PM said that the liberation of Biafra will free a lot of people that is being trapped in Nigeria, but one person must follow. And inside the revelation our brother is giving in this place, you will see a lot of newspaper things that happened in Middle Belt and everywhere in Nigeria. And we are gathering all our grievances down. We continue, please.
We must talk, because this is, if you talk, you buy. If you don't talk, you buy, like Denominai would say. So now, government has not shown seriousness in tackling these issues of insecurity, especially having to do with Boko Haram and their other affiliates, the terrorist units they call the Miyetti Allah. And so, then Miyetti Allah statement, most irresponsible, that is Maxi Oku. Maxi Oku. You get that? People are reacting. Why you would even be talking about giving these people 100 billion naira when you are owing workers? So workers are old, though, this period we are talking about. Now we will go to another newspaper with another supporting evidence. Yes. Buhari deters as Miyetti Allah claims responsibility for Plateau killings. The government of Nigeria under Muhammadu Buhari deters 2018. Now let us see a little if we can give you a little more from that. The brutal and mindless killings in the country, especially those perpetrated by the Fulani military or militia in the northern Nigeria, North Central to be precise, Northern States or Middle Belt as it is better called, of Nigeria may continue. It may continue to unabated as analysts say. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari continue to deter, is afraid or unwilling to order a clampdown on the known perpetrators of the killing, even as they openly take responsibility for the actions. Rather, the president was content to blame other factors, including climate change and opposition politicians, for the crisis in the region and in the country at at large.
Right man to tell you because
Now you heard this guy saying, and he's justifying the fact that someone cannot, this state cannot doesn't have any right or any argument to escape being referred to as a terrorist state. So from this, that the government is going to shoot itself on the leg if it proceeds with if it listens to the advice from the Northern Elders Forum and the Arewa Consultative Forum by going to sue Mazi Simon Ekpa for and others for always referring to this state as a terrorist state. So
now you know, grievances. Today we are dealing on grievances with the little time we have. Rose Clinton, thank you. Ambrose Eke, thank you. Yes, thank you for acknowledging our program. We are here to do that. Do you know one of the grievances is when you take away people's identity? People's identity, you took away people's identity. How do you think those people will feel? How do you think they will feel?
Me that is telling you that we are Igbos. Me that is telling you we are Igbos. I'm the right man to tell you because my father, my parents, and everyone, grandfather, great-grandfather, all of them are Iwara people from Rumewa. In the part of Rumewa that my father came from is where they call Mbuakre. This same Mbuakre is also everywhere in the Kwere land, everywhere in the southeast, everywhere in Edo, we have Mbuakre.
Please,
to show representation of what I'm saying, that it is true that we are Igbos.
We are justified, and this argument.
Biafrans, are you getting the key of grievances? What this our brother from Iwakere is telling you now is one of the mighty grievances we are talking about. When you go to River State, there is villages, they already changed their name. Umuokoro to Rumukoro. This is the packages inside the grievances that will be submitted in Washington, D.C. in order for you to be following. I don't want to be interrupting it so much, but when we talk, it gives more light. Kinsley Chede, Mbaisi, Dan, Glady, Gerard, Goswill, thank you. Happy Sunday. Let us hear the grievances from Ibakre people. They took away their land. Look at it. This is grievances. When you want to understand,
all the names of our community, all of them reflect in Southeast. Go to Southeast, all the names still reflect in Southeast. If you have Ishokpo, you still have Ishokpo there. If you still have Rumukrushi, you still have Umukrushi. If you have Rumawa, you still have Umuawa. If you have, all of them are replicated in the Southeast. All our Ikwere villages are all replicated in the Southeast. So who is coming to deceive us? We are not Igbos. No one can deceive us anymore. Go and do your DNA test. Once you do your DNA test and it proves that we are from Edo, I will drop this movement. I will drop it. I will no longer call myself an Igbo man. Me, Chimenu Homa Amadi, I will no longer call myself an Igbo man. Bring the DNA test. And through which that DNA test must be conducted through a complete DNA like me, who does not have a mixed blood in my lineage. I do not have a mixed blood in my lineage. So it is people like me that should be allowed to contest or to go and conduct a DNA test. Call me anytime. I'm ready. So that we will know this thing and so that everybody can go and rest. We are tired of this denial. The shame is too much. It's not shameful that we are look at how we are disgracing ourselves. Our children everywhere are disgracing themselves. Disgracing them. Are we not supposed to monitor our children?
Thank you. Biafrans, it is for people to know what the grievances are and how it is coming to the table of the United Nations. identify crisis, identity crisis. The worst thing you can do is identity crisis. That's why the Biafran government has a JUMO that we register our ID card and our passport. Identity crisis. Then some of you left Nigeria, you come to Europe, you change your identity, you change your place of birth, you change your real name, you change your age. Identity crisis. And you use those identity crises, identity you lied, and they have your own children and give birth to your own children. They are still growing up with the same problem. Identity crisis. Oli Obi, Eric, thank you. Then we are going to our brother.
Have been validated that there is a government that actually do sponsor evil against its own, against itself. But we must continue to give you the update, the spate of killing. If Miyetti Allah owns up the killings, governments and security agencies know what to do. In case the government don't know what to do, is everybody going to fold his or her hand? Of course, no. Some people will definitely have to rise up, and in so doing, like real men. Like real men. So Yakasua, now you sabi yourself, you can decide whatever you want. Now you get your body. Let us continue to read from the newspapers. Vanguard newspaper. Killings. Benue will drag Miyetti Allah to ICC. Justice Commissioner of Justice, that Benue State would drag Miyetti Allah to court. Why? Because Benue State government acknowledged that the Miyetti Allah is a terrorist group. They validate the argument. In fact, they have given more life to the argument than ever before. Okay, you can see again from Vanguard newspaper on September 15th, 2022, Vanguard newspaper reports that, as the headline goes, killings, Benue will drag Miyetti Allah to ICC, Commissioner of Justice. Why? They say that the Benue State government confirmed that the killings in Benue State is all executed by this terrorist organization. We are going, follow every bit of this discussion so that you know where we are heading to. By the time we get to the real place, when we get to the real target point, you will now know.
Are you getting it? We are not in a haste anymore when we are analyzing. We are bringing facts and the figure. And King Seleche said, Maze, the work you people are doing is manifesting. This still on grievances, there will be a grievances declaration that will be presented to America and to the whole world, the United Nations, African Union, European Union. This is why we are seeking for freedom. And this is the reason. They said, in Igbo adage says, Onye tiri nwata ihe si ya ebe n'akwa. And they sing on some song. They say, Onye tiri nwa n'ebe akwa, egbe tiri nwa n'ebe akwa. Nwata ebezina. Onye tiri nwata ebezina. Whoever that beat up a child must allow the child to cry. And this cry is what we call grievances. Why are you crying? When you see a little baby crying, someone must to ask, why is this boy, this girl, this baby crying? And the baby may say what is happening. And the fella says, he get condition where man go day, in go fit talk. But he get condition where man go day, in no go fit talk. But in own condition don't reach, make it talk. And that's why we are talking. And that's why you begin to hear from fella. Then you begin to hear from people that they quote fella. You understand? Because in own condition reach, make it talk. And before we go to our brother, let us start it from here.
The whole Nigeria is in one chance. It's all right. What is happening in Maduguri? You end it. So in the whole Nigeria, we are in one chance. We are in one chance because Buhari, as a leader, is already tired with what is happening in this country. So I don't need to talk too much about that. But all of us, we are in danger. All of us, we are in danger. Anything can happen anytime. The whole Nigeria is in one chance. It's all right. What is happening in Maduguri? You end it. So in the whole Nigeria, we are in one chance.
So we continue. Our brother said, where he stopped now, he said, put your ear. Now we are opening the can. Let's continue, please.
I know you would have answered the question, but you need to know more. The Benue State said they have terrorized them a lot. In fact, the Commissioner of Justice referred to different occasions where the Miyetti Allah leadership owned up these things and threatens to do more. And the federal government of Nigeria folded its hand. And the governor then said, no, this can no longer continue. You get that? If you don't get it, forget about it. Let us continue. Vanguard newspaper again. We are taking from Vanguard, still Tanko Yakashwa. The spate of killing. If Miyetti Allah owns up killings, let us ignore this one. We have read it before. Then let us go down deeper where the Commissioner of Police, that according to Peter Durum from Makode reporting, the Benue State government has said it would soon drag the Miyetti Allah terrorist organization to the International Criminal Court (ICC) at The Hague over the mindless invasion and killings in the state by armed Fulani herdsmen. The state Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Mr. Michael Gasu or Gusa, who made this known on Thursday in Makodi, said it was incumbent on the government to take the action since from available records, the masterminds of all these terror activities the masterminds of the genocides in the states was already known by their victims. Their victims already know who they are, so there is nothing unclear. It's a clear thing, and it's a straightforward application or suit. Now the Justice Commissioner, okay, let's continue. And our killers also know themselves. Even if we don't know them, they also know themselves. But unfortunately to them, we know them. Now they also know themselves. And other people outside us too know them. Because even from US, from the White House, there was a time Donald Trump addressed the Nigerian president that the report of the killings in Christian communities in the north is too much. So let us continue. Some of you can remember that it was in the dailies. Now the Justice Commissioner, the Commissioner of Justice, who noted a recent threats by the National Secretary General of the Miyetti Allah organizations.
So, Biafrans, we are keeping record of the grievances. Remember, we are still on grievances. Let us tell you what it means.
I myself, as you're looking at me, I'm born and brought up in Lagos State. I don't have any other state. We are the only Yorubas in Ladipo as a whole living. Passing mechanic. We have more than 13 different workshops in Ladipo. To Akiwumi extension, to Igbolowu extension, to Malaji Amusa. All those places have been taken over by Igbo people. These only remain for only Yorubas, and the Igbo people, they are now telling us they are going to use millions to remove us. They are going to remain here forever. Please, the people of Lagos State, Tinubu, Baba Agbalagba, the Jagaban of universe, let mechanic village or Dualatura remain as a mechanic workshop. It's under power line. It's given to us by the former governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakonde. Kudos to the man. Kudos to the man. Kudos to the man. That's my contribution to the press. I am appealing to Yoruba leaders. Yoruba leaders, are you sleepy? No. Are we sleepy? No. In a grand where we suffer for, our grandfather suffer for, our father labor for, somebody will come from outsiders because of money. You want to sell our name. It's not done everywhere. Remember tomorrow. Please, Mr. Jagaba, with honor, with respect, I want you to use your name, your power, your logistics. Please save us from this mess. If somebody will come from outsiders and tell us that they will use money to send Yorubas. Yoruba, we have Mercedes coming. Where do you want them to stay and work? We are not hooligans. We are not an armed robber. We are not a tout. Many of us have suffered more than 10 years to gain this our apprentice. And when we get this our professional, where do you want us to practice it? And then I want you to remember, when the time of campaign, many of us, we left our wives, we left our children, we serve in this workshop where there's plenty of mosquito. And that time, don't forget, you have done a meeting with our leaders that since then you will not suffer us. This is stubbornness.
Now, Biafrans, we are registering all the history and the grievances that will be there. Remember, we have a lot. Destruction of Igbo people's property all over Nigeria, from the north, from the west. These are the grievances that you will see. These grievances, if you understand what we are talking about, you will be writing the grievances and posting it so that we will be putting them on record. As we are putting them on record, the bridge is copying, and equal to any adezuni. Brain is needed. Every grievances is needed. We are registering them down. Ron McLean. Oh, is it not constitutional? Then we continue.
Salah, Alhaji Salah Al-Hassan, to drag Governor Samuel Ortom before the ICC, said the threat was preemptive given their fear that the state government would take the group to court. Did you get that? The man, the Miyetti Allah secretary, said that they are also going to sue the Benue State governor. Then ask, why do they want to sue the Benue State governor? The state that is their victims. Now, they are going to sue him because they said that it is a preemptive lawsuit. Since they already heard that these ones are going to sue them, now they are going to preempt the suing. that they are going to sue them before they sue them. Through the Benue State government, before the Benue State government sues them, Miyetti Allah terrorist organization. You can get that? Good. We are progressing. We are progressing in the right direction. Definitely not in error. Not at all in error. So now we continue with the Vanguard news. According to Attorney General, I think what they said was just to preempt what the Benue State government would do to them, because we recall that they have always come up to justify and own up the killings of our people, the killings they carry out in our state, which is rampant. Every corner of the state is under this attack. Not only the state, but this is the state who is taking their own action for themselves. So other states may choose to be quiet and...
So, Chris Biafran son, this is it. This is the grievances. They say Nigeria can be one, Wasobia, come and stay, and you see what is happening. We are keeping this thing record, remember, and let us continue. You know, he is bringing out newspapers, and all these things is traceable in the newspaper, and we are bringing some videos that is not even jamming the one he is doing. So this is the other people, our Biafran people, and the Biafran map. Some of them are saying they are not Igbo, and since the creation of Biafran map, it is undisputable. Nobody has come openly to say they are not from there, except the people. This is Edo people that say they came from Yoruba to conquer Biafran land. You see them on TikTok talking some trash in that place. Let us see the grievances. We see the grievances. Political one. How it is.
And everything. He's one of the custodians of Nigerian history and political economy and everything. And he was supposed to be the secretary to the government of of Nigeria at that time. And just before the announcement was made, they decided that, oh no, since a Southeasterner, an Igbo man, was going to be number 3, that is the Senate president, the Wazobia thing. There was going to be a president from the West, a vice president from the North, and the Senate president from the East, as it were, who was an Igbo man. Now, they refused to make it. He was not confirmed as the SDF anymore, which was supposed to be like number 6 or whatever in the hierarchy, because he was an Igbo man. So at that time, it was he conveniently lost that position because he was Igbo. But they didn't remember that he was also South-South, because the whole idea, they said they had to look for a true South-South Nigerian, and that's how Ufo Tekaite was made the secretary to the government. So you see, when it's convenient, we are not Igbos. When it's convenient, we are South-South. When it's convenient, we are not South-South. When it's not convenient, we are not Igbos.
So Biafrans, I will plead very, very sorry. Something very important came up, but at least you get the clue of what we are recording as grievances. You see how everybody is crying. We promise that we will keep on bringing those grievances. Please, if you found some of this video, try to make sure you are sending it to Biafran Media Warrior, where Sumudu is the admin. Send it in that place and all our platforms in WhatsApp. Biafran love themselves. Biafran gospel. Let me check the names. If you are following, let me check the names again in order for me not to make mistake. We have our ways how God called us to serve Biafra, and our message is different. We are Biafran Gospel, 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel, and the Bible. And this is our own Bible. This is our own gospel. Please, if you found some of these grievances, send it to IPOB Worldwide, led by Mazen Namdekano, Biafran Media Warrior, Sumudu is there as a admin. Then autopilot movement. Then is there Be Your Brother's Keepers, Recreation of Biafran Voice 247. Then you can also put it in Dotland Media, and you can also put it Biafran Redeclaration. You put it in Biafran Redeclaration, Inevitable Autopilot Dragon. Please, if you find those grievances in a video, send it to us, or in newspaper, especially Nigerian newspaper, send it to us, and in videos also send it to us. People's grievances, we are sending them. It is very, very useful. We are sending them as it is now to Biafran government in exile. From there, they have intellectual that is going deep to dig out the original history in order for them to put it in the book, according to how our prime minister said it. Remember, if you calculate it very well, no one serve each other more. Don't think I am doing better than you. I am doing the one God called me to do. Help us to be bringing those grievances. It will help government as well. We have a lot of videos, and if you have more diplomatic like this, bring it out. Yesterday, we showed you how everything is going. Grievances declaration, constitutional declaration, a commitment declaration, institutional declaration. All these things is how to fight for freedom. And someone must have certificate to present it. If you don't have certificate, they will kill you and nobody will talk for you. You understand? It is called procurador. These lobby people you see today, they are the voice Biafrans have all over the world that will meet international powers to tell them the grievances is too much. And that's why we are recording it. Please bear with me because a lot of things come up why I have to call the program now. Share the program, subscribe to 555 Vision, Biafran Gospel and Bible, and we are happy serving you. Oba Lawrence, thank you. Orosia Official, thank you. The anger is too much, my brother. It's too much. So these are the things you find inside the grievances. Changing our identity, killing, not only killing our people, raping them and slaughtering them, burning our houses, a lot of division which they have caused. These are inside all these things we see as grievances warfare and the grievances declaration. We will deal on this thing for a while. Try to help us to be bringing out those videos in all our WhatsApp platform and in Telegram as well. Then the Benue people are also suffering from identity crisis. They are not sure if they are Igbo or Hausa. These are the problem. These are all the things we found inside grievances declaration. So all these things, you know that Benue people have seek ally to Biafran government, that Biafran government have to protect them. We are an ally, but when Biafra is declared, Gowon will die. And at that time, Biafra will embrace Benue. Then everybody need freedom. Everybody found in Nigeria need freedom. Thank you so much, Ambassador Eke, JP. Thank you. We call it a day for now. As we join PM,